What do we have for Sag, please? The Star, Aquarius energy at the foundation. What do we have at the Sacral, please? Three of Wands in reverse, Aries energy at the Sacral, and one more. What do we have at the Solar Plexus, please? Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy at the Solar Plexus. Sag, I feel that you have been on some sort of path for an extended period of time now. This could speak about you working towards some sort of vision, some sort of manifestation. You're trying to anchor yourself into some sort of new timeline. And I feel that you have been working on this for so long, you forgot what you were actually working for. Sure, you may still talk about it, but the idea of it actually showing up is almost something that you have began to romanticize because it's been so long. But now here you are, you're standing in front of this door. You reach out to open the door, but there's no door handle on the door. Now, what I'm getting here, Sag, is that you are closing out this cycle and are about to step into this new beginning where this manifestation exists. But the actual key that you use to open this door is going to come in the form of a mindset. And that mindset is the knowing that you have finally arrived, that you actually deserve something, and that this is about to be your new life. The Star card with this Three of Wands is an energy of romanticizing the beginning, but now that it's shown up, you're almost shocked that it's even here. It's like you can't process what's taking place. And now you're in this energy where you're using hope as an excuse for inaction. The thing is staring right at you, but then here you are saying, I hope this happens for me one day. And this is telling me, Sag, that the universe is requiring that you upgrade your software so you can run the new operating system inside this new beginning. And this is just another way of speaking about the way you're interfacing with your reality, your mindset. You know, in some cases, people can be manifesting things for so long. And then when they finally show up, there's almost this kind of shock that is directly connected to it. On one hand, you can't even process the fact that there it is. And then on the other hand, you don't even know what to do with it now that it's shown up, even though it's all you've ever wanted. And this Nine of Pentacles is telling me that you have all the tools you need, that you've arrived at this space for a very specific reason. It's because you've put the work in, but you're still playing small. And then right on the bottom of the deck, we have the Death card and the Emperor. Now, this Emperor card is telling me that there's some sort of power that's waiting for you. And paired with the Death card, this is telling me that this requires you being ruthless enough to bury what's already dead. It's like there's an energy here that you're refusing to let die. And although this is going to be different for each one of you out there, I feel that the one thing that probably all of you have in common here is that it's definitely connected to some sort of mindset, a way that you interface with your reality, a way you see yourself in this world, a way you think about yourself. And then we have the World card, Devil, and Eight of Wands. This is an energy of you holding the door to your own freedom shut. The only thing keeping you in this loop right now is your decision to stay there. And the Devil is telling me that there's some sort of toxic comfort zone that you're finding yourself in right now. And the irony is this space was created whilst manifesting this new beginning. Sag, in my mind's eye, you're running, but you're frozen in time, 6 feet away from the finish line. It's like there you are, all of a sudden frozen. And this Devil card, this is some sort of shadow loop. It's an energy of actively choosing the restriction. It's going to be some sort of toxic pattern, a limiting belief. For some of you, it could be an addiction that's keeping you from something, big or small, but it's enough to keep you from crossing that finish line. What do we have at the heart, please? Four of Wands, Aries energy at the heart. Now, this Four of Wands is telling me that some of you might be stuck in some sort of isolation because there's a fear of being seen. It's like some of you have been in an energy of solitary confinement. Now, it doesn't have to be all that serious. It could just be you in a cycle of life that you were guided to in order to heal. Well, it could even be like a hermit mode. A lot of the times people get stuck in hermit mode too because it's so peaceful there and you feel seen by the universe. You feel connected, but it's not always where you're supposed to stay forever. For a lot of you, you're just supposed to pass through that space. But whatever the case here, this Four of Wands is demanding that you step out of whatever this energy is and cross that finish line. It's like there's a celebration prepared here for you by the universe, Sag, but there you are just marinating in this other energy. Some of you built your entire life around the manifestation process of this new beginning. And now that it's here, you don't know what to do with yourself. And to bring this back down to earth, okay, into, let's say, some everyday circumstances that a lot of you can be dealing with. It's like the universe finally giving you a way out or a way forward, and you don't know how to receive it because you have been so used to the process of waiting for it. I'm also hearing that for some of you, this could quite literally have to do with the partnership. It's like the universe sends you the perfect person and you don't know how to receive them, or maybe they show up in a way that makes it hard for you to recognize that they were sent by the universe. This is like another way of saying we make plans and God laughs. But what God or the universe ends up giving us is always way better. It eclipses what we could have even imagined for ourselves. But sometimes it shows up cloaked. Sometimes it shows up a bit hidden. Doesn't show up so obvious. I'm seeing the Seven of Cups in my mind's eye right now. On the Seven of Cups, there's all these temptations in all the different cups, but then the cup that's right in the middle of the imagery is clearly Jesus, but there's been this sheet thrown over him, so you don't see that it's Jesus. And because of that, the cup that he's actually sitting in doesn't look as exciting as all the other cups, so you almost overlook it. Very similar to what I'm getting here, Sag. And this could be a case of the universe playing hide and go seek with you with this manifestation. And as I'm looking a bit closer here, Sag, the next step for you is really expanding some sort of solo journey that you have been on into a new stable community. That's very clear, especially from the Three of Wands in reverse through the Nine of Pentacles to the Four of Wands. This is telling me that you have put the work in, and you may not even realize this yourself yet because, like I mentioned, you got so used to being in your manifestation room. And now that you've arrived, you just don't know what to do with yourself. What do we have at the throat, please? Okay, we're going to go ahead and take both of these. So we have Temperance, Sag, that is your energy at the throat. And then we have Justice, Libra energy at the third eye. Now, the Temperance card of the throat is speaking about some sort of internal stabilization. This is an energy of blending messy emotions with some sort of practical logic to find a calm sort of center. And then the Justice card at the third eye is the universe stepping in to strip away your past rationalization for inaction. In other words, this is an energy of not being able to think your way into this new timeline. You got to take action. This is speaking about you writing some sort of new inner blueprint and then using that as cosmic law to force this into your reality with the Justice card at the third eye. There's some sort of, it's like a compromise or a lie that you've been telling yourself that this Justice card is about to correct. What do we have at the crown, please? Six of Swords, Aquarius energy at the crown. And I just heard very clearly, it's time for takeoff. Sag, this Six of Swords at the crown is further confirming everything that we have been speaking about here, because this new beginning that is all over this energy for you is going to require you being uncomfortable for a moment. And as we have mentioned many times here, that may be what's holding you back. It's like you need to accept the discomfort of the unknown and be willing to exist in the space between who you were and who you're becoming without rushing back to what you've always known. And this is so descriptive of what an individual goes through when they're closing out a major cycle in their life. You have to go through that in-between space before you step into the new beginning. That in-between space can sometimes feel like the scariest thing you've ever done. That is the Six of Swords. That is you in the metaphorical airplane, traveling between two destinations. And Sag, this is an interesting energy to get for you because you're all about an adventure. You're all about exploration. But something is up. Something has jumped on for the ride, so to speak. Typically, when I say that phrase, it can speak about many different things, but I often associate it with some sort of toxic pattern. It could be connected to a person, an environment, a mindset, a behavioral pattern, an addiction, just anything that has taken up some sort of residency inside your energy and is causing you to feel less like yourself. I think we can all relate to that in some capacity. We've all been through situations like this. And I feel for you, Sag, you just really need some encouragement. You need a bit of a push right now because you're usually the one that's encouraging and pushing other people. So the medicine you give others is the exact medicine that you require now. And that's okay. Hopefully, some of these messages can be that medicine for you. A lot of the times, it just takes you feeling seen. Sometimes you just want to feel okay not being okay, which oddly leads to being okay again. And I feel all of this is really just speaking about feeling it all, not hiding from any of this, calling a spade here. Sometimes that's what gets you to the breakthrough. Yeah, I'm hearing something about hiding from something, maybe because there's some sort of fear in acknowledging that something is what it is. But that acknowledgement is the breakthrough. It just arms you. It's like you're able to cross the finish line here. And I feel that for a number of you out there, we're speaking holistically over your energy right now. It's like there's all these different sectors of your life that are converging right now into what I'm feeling here is this breakthrough. And then we have the World card again from this deck. So this is you closing out the cycle, completion. You're literally stepping through a portal here. Wow, the Tower. Now, the Tower card is a perfect energy to see here because it's telling us that you're preparing to bring some sort of destruction to a false security. It's a wake-up call. It really is the revelation. This is what this is all about. What do we have at the foundation, please? Queen of Wands, fire energy at the foundation underneath that star card. Now, this Queen of Wands underneath the star card is an energy of pretending to, let's say, be at peace on the surface, but drowning in self-doubt underneath it all. Now, this is just another way of speaking about an individual who is wearing a mask here to hide how they truly feel. But I don't necessarily feel like this is something that's outward so much as it is something that's inward. What I mean, Sag, is I feel like you're lying to yourself. It's like looking in the mirror and lying to your own reflection. And the lie has something to do with your self-worth. It's not true. It's like some sort of outdated belief system or some sort of programming that doesn't even belong to you, and it's just been running rampant, messing with your psychology and your path forward. And this is the exact wiring that we need to rip out in order to get the show on the road here. It's like there you are inside the waiting room, manifesting away, waiting for your number to get called. Then on the loudspeaker, they're calling your number over and over again, and you're just sitting there ignoring it. It's like, no, I must keep doing this. I got to be here. But it's all connected to some sort of fear. Unbelievable. In my mind's eye, I'm seeing a crowd. All the lights are down, and there's a stage with one spotlight on the stage, which is star card energy. That's spotlight energy. That's your spotlight. And you're not showing up for it. Everybody in the crowd is, what's going on? Where's Sag? You're backstage, walking around in circles, talking to yourself. Everybody's like, what are you doing? Come on, it's go time. We're past the clock here. This is what I'm getting for you, Sag. It's like you've wanted this, and now it's here. And it's only here because you're the correct one for the job, so to speak. And then right on the bottom of the deck, 4 of Pentacles. This is an energy of holding back. No. I can't. What do we have at the sacral, please? Lovers, Gemini energy at the sacral. Sag, this is an energy of betraying your own future self and coddling an illusion. My mind's eye, I see you on this other timeline, and you're standing there, and it's as if you're beginning to dissipate, like you never existed on that timeline. And I'm thinking about that scene from Back to the Future where Marty goes back and he meets his parents, and some things go down, and it's almost as if his parents didn't meet, and he has this picture of himself that he brought from the future, and his image on the picture is beginning to fade away, as if to say he never existed if his parents didn't meet. Now, this is just an example of what I'm getting here for you. It's like, this is where you're supposed to be. And if you don't accept this, if you don't do this, it's like this other version of you on this other timeline never exists. This is a moment in your life where the universe says, are you ready to jump timelines? Because we're ready to open up the portal for you. Because you're paralyzed by trying to force something else that was never meant to be permanent. You were only ever passing through this space. And then we have the Hangman on the bottom of the deck. So this is the universe trying to get you to see this from a higher perspective, or just get you to understand what's taking place here. It's like something has to give. That's why they've come to me with this message for you, in hopes that they're able to reach you through this channeling. What do we have at the solar plexus, please? 10 of Wands. Sag, that is your energy at the solar plexus. There's some sort of trauma response that you're having to this new beginning, Sag, and it's literally causing you to dissipate on another timeline. It's to say, oh, well, I guess you never existed. It's interesting because I feel that a lot of you have been using visual manifestation to bring this through. You have been visualizing something that you yourself are not even ready to accept when it shows up. There's no other way to put that. What do we have at the heart, please, Spirit? Hierophant. Taurus energy underneath the 4 of Wands. You know, Sag, I feel that a lot of you are trying to fit into some sort of conventional idea as to what you think your life is supposed to look like, and you're selling yourself short. Now, some of you could have settled on a space like this temporarily while you built yourself back up. As I mentioned, almost a kind of hermit mode kind of energy. It's like an energy of retreating somewhere to work on yourself and then staying there, but the universe saying, hey, this is not forever here. You're supposed to move on from this. We have this literal spotlight that you're supposed to be standing under right now. And here you are trying to build some sort of cookie cutter life, or live up to some sort of an idea of what you think your life is supposed to look like. Or maybe there's some other people there that you're trying to please or something. It's going to literally be different for each and every one of you out there. But really, it comes down to you understanding that you are not meant to follow some sort of status quo. You're a literal rebel. You're supposed to push back. You're supposed to be a waymaker. These are attributes of your archetype. This is who you are, and you need to start acting like it. It's okay to go away and heal and regroup, but you're needed in other spaces, Sag. And a part of you knows that. But it's like you're driving yourself mad by trying to force yourself into a space that you were never meant to stay in permanently. Something has happened on your path that has caused you to fear the world. And I get it. And especially in this day and age, it's the Wild West out there. But this isn't the end of your story. In fact, it's only just beginning. It's like everything that you have experienced up until this point is only the forward. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Now we're getting somewhere. I don't know if it's this message or just a collection of thoughts that have finally allowed you to see through this haze, so to speak. But this is telling us that you are ready to execute the plan and finally take action here. And you're doing it without seeing who's ready for it. And Sag, I mentioned earlier on that you were standing in front of a door, but there was no handle on the door, so you couldn't open it. But you have finally concluded here that you aren't walking through that door, you're kicking it down. Right on the bottom of the deck, Wheel of Fortune. So that's your energy, Sag, and the Wheel of Fortune represents a turning point in your life. It's literally the wheel turning. On the other side of this, you kick the door down and boom, you're there. Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles from this deck is you no longer holding back. It's like you are removing the spirit of procrastination, the spirit of delay. What do we have at the throat, please? Seven of Swords, Aquarius energy underneath Temperance at the throat. Sag, the game is up. The self-sabotaging lies that you have been telling yourself can no longer be sustained. I feel that you are completely exhausted from sneaking around your own life. It's like walking on eggshells for yourself. But you're finally ready to face this. You see it now. You understand the assignment and you're stepping out from your own shadow. It's like you have been hiding behind this safe version of yourself. It's like the version of you that just kind of exists, but that's not what we need from you, Sag. We need the disruptor. We need the shaker of worlds. We need the warrior version of you. What do we have at the third eye, please? Okay. We're going to take both of these. Temperance, Sag, that is your energy again. And Knight of Pentacles, Earth energy at the crown to close out the reading. Now, this Temperance card says reconciliation. And I feel that this is you reconciling with yourself. Remember how I was speaking about that version of you that's on another timeline that is beginning to dissipate because of the decisions you're making on this timeline that you're currently in? This is you reconciling with that version of you. And that's really just another way of speaking about your higher self or your future self. But given the fact it's also the Temperance card, it's an energy of alignment. And I also feel that this Temperance card underneath this Justice card is highlighting what I said about the version of you that we need in this world right now, right? Look at these people. It's like they're fighting for something. And see here how you have, it's like you're suited up here. But then on this Temperance card, it's like you're just hiding inside the illusion, inside the matrix, so to speak. Here you are, you're just working as a bartender, right? It's just a way of speaking about doing the everyday grind, but really, you're this whole warrior. This is the energy of just, say, you settling for something safe. But now here you are, stepping into your allocated position. And now, with this Knight of Pentacles underneath the Six of Swords, the transition has been complete. I see movement here now. Something has taken place from the beginning of this reading to the end. It's like you have processed some level of information that is allowing you to see what's been taking place here. And you're ready. You're ready to take that first step. You've successfully walked away from this old timeline, and now the real work begins. So I hope that the message here has been received, and I have nothing further to add. All right, Sag, this is what I have for all of you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, hit that like button if you feel like you got something useful from this video. Information for personal readings can be found in the description down below, as well as links to join the membership side of my channel, where I upload videos weekly. I'm also still running a summer sale at PLUTOBEANstudio.com. You can find some of the items in the sidebar. I would also like to thank all of you for your continued support. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your likes. But in closing, I would like to know how this reading resonated with all of you. So drop me a heart and or a comment, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Take care.